So me and my brother Shane just started working on a new game called Gloom. It's gonna be a dungeon crawler, kind of like The Binding of Isaac, but in 3D. The first couple of days were spent setting up the multiplayer. Unity uses something called photon fusion, which is basically a high-end state transfer netcode SDK made for Unity professionals like us. I booted up Unity and made a new project. I didn't know what to name it at first, so I named it Colonial. At first I wanted to do a dark fantasy themed dungeon crawler, but there's already like a million bajillion of them out. So instead of medieval dark fantasy, we're doing American dark fantasy. Imagine old retro colonial America, but dark and fantastical. Creepy animals, twisted woods, anything from the old frontier to folklore like skinwalkers and wendigos. Which, speaking of, about half a year ago we started a project on Unreal called Halloweeny, which had a similar idea and theme. It had witches, corrupt townsfolk, skeletons, and the main enemy, the Wendigo. We'll circle back to the enemies later. After I made the new project, I went to Photon's website and downloaded the Fusion SDK and prayed I didn't get a virus. They also said a general understanding of Unity and C# is expected. I think I have that. This is going to be an oversimplification of how multiplayer works, but basically, players join a server. If the players are in charge, they can do something like move, then tell the server they moved, then the server tells everybody else that they moved. In Fusion Shared Mode, everybody's a server, so you can basically tell yourself and everybody else what you want to do, which makes it really easy to cheat. So being the Unity professional that I am, I spent the first 4 hours of the project following the shared mode documentation instead of the host mode. The host mode basically means one person's a server, by the way. So after I realized I was following the wrong thing, I deleted what I had and started following the host mode documentation, which by the way is a lot longer.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
After I reset up the multiplayer, we added some basic bean enemies. Whenever they touch you, they dealt damage. We also added a basic shooting script, which basically says if click on enemy then deal damage. So now with the basic main menu, lobbies, respawning, enemies and attacking, we have a basic game. Alright, now this looks like ass. I'm sorry, Bean, but we need some actual enemies. It's gonna be okay, it's gonna be fine, just look over there. I'm sorry, Bean. Anyway, Shane made an enemy based off of this photo. These guys kind of look like candle wax or clay, or mud men. We call it the mud men. Shane gave them a few different skins like in the photo and some animations like this zesty walk. Now, if you recall, I said I wanted this game to be kind of like The Binding of Isaac, in terms of map generation and in terms of synergies. So I decided to make projectile bullets instead of hit scan. And after a couple hours worth of work, here's what I got. Yep, that's right. You can now piss on enemies. So to fix this, do you think I A, change the fire rate, or B, change the bullet offset? I made the bullets even longer to really get that golden shower feel. So now you can piss on enemies, and you can do it together. But why piss on just one enemy when you can piss on several? Now normally in our dynamic, Shane makes the enemies, and I make the backgrounds. I told Shane to record him modeling the enemies, but he said his storage was full.
Hell no, man.
So we don't have the footage, but this is how they look in game. These dudes are like sickly zombie huntsmen. Our first ranged enemies. Wait, that's weird. Why does it kind of look like you? Shane gave him basic animations like an idle, a reload, a run, a shoot, and a flinch. He also added the Wendigo from Halloweeny, and this dude is sick. It's like a deer head is growing out of a human face. It has mouths for eyes, long lanky arms, bones sticking out of its back. In real life, someone becomes a Wendigo by committing an act of cannibalism. They represent greed and selfishness because of their insatiable appetite. So we name this enemy the Hunger, our first boss. Now with more enemies spawning and some item upgrades, we actually have a game.
Do you see my explosion?
You killed me!
Oh, my bad. Don't worry, I killed myself too.
Oh my god, what is this? So yeah, that's what we have so far. Next we're gonna do the dungeon generation. Stay tuned for another devlog.